Babies are freezing to death in North Carolina. Campers are being repossessed. American citizens are being forced to live in tents. What's really going on, folks? Happy Thanksgiving, America, and welcome back to Starkey Farmstead. So this video is not going to be happy. Some of you will probably be mad at me for posting it, but I need you all to hear me out all the way to the end and then comment what you think and what you know, because it's going to take an army of people to figure this out. There is a story going around that an 18-month-old baby froze to death in North Carolina a couple of days ago because mom and dad were sleeping in a tent. Okay? Now, this is the gentleman that started that story. This is him. I cannot confirm the story anywhere. There is not one newspaper. There is not one video of the parents talking or family members of the parents talking. There is no actual evidence that this happened. Now hear me out. This is America. If a baby froze to death because mom and dad were stuck sleeping in a tent in November of 2024, then somebody should have come forward and brought it to the world's attention, especially to other Americans' attention, so that we could fix this problem, correct? Because so far, this is all the temporary homes that FEMA has provided to North Carolinians. Look at that. Look at that, folks. That's it. They're housing millions of illegal aliens. Can't leave them in tents in the cold, God forbid. But that many houses, temporary homes brought into North Carolina. I know why. I'm not stupid. I know the logistics. A lot of people's land was washed away. Having trouble getting them there. But we could do better than this. It's been over 2 months. We can do better than this. Now, my problem with this story is this. I can't find any evidence to prove that an 18-month-old baby froze to death in North Carolina, nor do I like the way that this reads. Look at this. We escorted the parents out of North Carolina with an armed escort, and they are now safe. Why would they need an armed escort? That's it. That's all there is there. Okay? And supposedly the story goes like this. A church or a nonprofit, I cannot determine which it is, gave the family an RV. The same day the family received the RV, at 5 p.m. that evening, it was repossessed and taken from them. And they were stuck back in their tent. And that night, their baby froze. And when people began to question this gentleman, like, that sounds really odd. He said the RV was donated and the church and nonprofit did not realize that they were notes that had not been paid. So they tracked it down to these people at 5 p.m. and repossessed it. And because it was after hours, the church and nonprofit couldn't do anything to help them. And now this gentleman is saying that they got the family out of North Carolina with armed guards, and that now they're safe. Folks, I'm sorry. None of that sounds legitimate. None of that sounds true. And I am not the only person ringing the warning bells. We're not saying it didn't happen. We're not saying it couldn't happen. We're saying in this situation, the chances are it did not happen. Ralph doesn't mind sharing this whole story about how they got a camper, the camper was taken from them, then their baby dies. He doesn't mind saying they got them out of North Carolina with an armed guard, but he won't use them as a political pawn. Then why would you tell their story in part, but not whole at all? Do you guys understand what I'm saying? If you don't want to use this as a political pawn, as the people or the baby, as a political pawn, then why bring it up at all and then say crappy things to the FEMA Criswell? Why would you talk about North Carolina needing more moratoriums? If you're not going to use it for political leverage, why did you mention it at all? Because nobody can prove it. You are the only person saying it. Ralph is the only person that broke this story. Nobody else broke the story but him. He is the sole source of this story. I don't know, you guys. I think that we need to pull this apart really, really carefully. And I, again, am not the only one. The Queen of North Carolina is saying the same thing. So please please subscribe to my channel. Follow. And guys, if I'm wrong, if you have watched me at all during Maui or anything else, if I'm wrong, I will put out another video and then link it to this one and say I was wrong in this video. I have always done that. If I'm wrong, I leave up the original video and I come back and tell you where I was wrong. Go back and look through all my videos. I always do that because the truth has to come out, folks. I'm sorry to bring you this on Happy Thanksgiving, but please understand what this could do to our country. Please understand the dissension and the separation, and the story is gaining so much ground so fast. Why? A baby in a tent freezes to death. Do y'all not see why this is getting viral? And if it's wrong, we have to stop it now. And I'm not the only one. All these people, watch these people popping up above my head. All these people are calling this guy out. They're like, whoa, 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 whoa. Hold them fancy pants on, sir. You're the only person breaking the story. Where is the proof, sir? What is the name of the family, at least? Because even the police department could not confirm this in the Suwannee area. I'm just saying, it stinks to high hell and back to me, folks. And I think we're going to get more and more scammers like this. But watch this last clip. Please share this video. I need people in North Carolina to tell me if this is true. I don't want to hear that you heard about it. If you know if it's true, I want you to comment if you're from North Carolina. If you know it's true, put yes. My name is blank blank and this story is true. And I can prove it. And then I want you to reach out to me because there is nobody coming forward that can actually confirm the story. And that bothers me. It bothers me a lot. It should bother you too. You cannot fall for any story, you guys. This is getting so bad. And I'm telling you, in the end, this is how they're going to take down all of us. So in this case, people like this, I almost feel like they're CIA plants. I've told y'all about that. They're there to stir the pot. They don't care about facts. They're there to stir the pot. Love you guys. Happy Thanksgiving.
Very busy today, which means I probably won't be able to respond to a bunch of DMs and comments regarding this video. But I do promise that if you leave those comments and you DM me, that I will do my best to get back to you probably late tonight or maybe tomorrow as I can. Please forgive me. But this really needs to be done and it needs to be said because I have been tagged hundreds, if not thousands of times in a post that Ralph Avallone, the captain, posted regarding a baby freezing to death in Swannanoa. Now, of course, when I first saw this post, I was upset. I am a hillbilly, right? I'm from Haywood County, and though I may not live there anymore, there's not a place on this earth that I love more than Western North Carolina. That is my home. It'll always be my home. Once a hillbilly, always a hillbilly, right? So what did I do? I reached out to everyone that I possibly could. I reached out to people who are connected to our U.S. senators and representatives. I reached out to people who are connected to the North Carolina General Assembly. I reached out to journalists. I reached out to people who have boots on the ground in Western North Carolina. And this morning, I personally called the sheriff's department. I wanted an official statement. Unfortunately, it was really early and I couldn't get one. But I was told, and I quote, anyone who is posting telling people that an 18-month-old froze in Swannanoa is a scam artist. So let's examine that. Is Ralph a scam artist? Well, he has been posting photos that are supposedly from Western North Carolina that were actually taken years ago. Here's the proof. Here it is again. Okay, not only that, but he has been accused of stolen valor repeatedly. And this is pretty easy to find, y'all. He's also been accused of stalking women that he is in OCR races with. Also, if you take a look at his organization, you'll find out that it was only started when Hurricane Helene hit. Not only that, but his partner has a pretty long rap sheet. This upsets me. As the Queen of North Carolina, I try really hard to be upfront and honest with y'all. I don't want to scam anybody. I don't want anyone out here believing lies. I don't want people spreading lies, because there's so many problems that we actually need to focus on. Now, I don't know if Ralph thinks that hillbillies are just ignorant, or we're stupid, or that we're not smart enough to pick up a phone or a computer and do a little research, but we are. And hillbillies don't take kindly to being grifted on and scammed. Okay? Now, here's my message to anybody who is out here and you're trying to turn a buck off of the suffering and misery that's going on in Western North Carolina. By all means, find the nearest highway, I suggest 95, and take your rear end back up north or back down to Florida. Because we don't like this kind of stuff. It's not appropriate, and you're never going to win the hearts of North Carolinians like this.